Yeah. So hello, it's Will Osborne here with doingcoaching.com. So today I have one of our clients, Paula Bellington, who's going to be sharing with us her amazing story and journey with coaching. So yeah, hi Paula, and welcome to this interview with us. Yeah, we'll let you introduce yourself before we go any further with the interview.
Sure. So I'm a health nutrition coach. When I first met you, Sabu, I was really pretty nervous, not about coaching and not about the course that I deliver, because I'm very, very passionate about that. And I'd already done some trial runs, and I realized that, it was something that was really viable. And I realized that I wanted to help women like me. So I kind of had a little bit of an idea about my niche and who I was going to go for, but I just didn't know where to start. I had a Facebook page, I had an Instagram page, not great with either. And I was really, really nervous about marketing and about sales and about being that person that went to my Facebook group and went, hey, I'm now doing a business. So I really had to start from scratch, I feel, when I first met you. Oh, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Paul. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I think there was a bit of a, but I think we're okay. Yeah.
Bit of a glitch. That's all right. That's internet, isn't it?
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So that was a great intro. Thanks for that. And so obviously you're doing coaching now. So tell us about the kind of coaching that you're doing now.
Right.
What kind of people do you work with, and how does it help them?
Yeah. So the kinds of people that I work with are primarily women in their 40s, 50s and 60s who have been yo-yo dieting for most of their life, as a lot of us ladies do, and are really sort of sick and tired of feeling rubbish and feeling sick and feeling tired. And they're looking for something different that can help them with their health and with weight loss and with gaining more energy without going to the gym, without sticking to really rigorous diets or giving up the things that they like. So I do a 90-day program, and it's mostly geared around gently guiding people to change their mindset around the types of things that they eat and drink and around their daily habits. And at the end of 90 days, we have had some miraculous things happen. We have one particular lady who is older and is diabetic, and she had a bloods done just before the program. And at the end of the program, she went back to her bloods done again by her doctor, and he said, I've got your results, but I'm sorry, I think there's been a mix-up. I think we must have someone else's results because they're so different. We need to do them again. And he did them again. And she is no longer diabetic in any way. She's not even pre-diabetic anymore. She's complete. As well as that, she had generalized pain all over her body, and has taken painkillers for the last 30 or 40 years, and now doesn't take any painkillers at all. She hasn't worked for years, and now she has 2 jobs. One of them is voluntary, and she's meeting loads of people in the community, and she says her life has changed. So for that, just for that one person, and I could give you umpteen examples, it's life-changing for people, especially women of a certain age that think they can't do anything to help themselves. Perhaps menopausal, or perhaps they've had, IBS, or they're diabetic, or, a whole host of things. So it's not just about this is a diet it, it's about a complete health transformation.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it
That's
sounds like it is. Yeah, it just go deeper than like a diet or fitness or weight loss. It's just like because if you can help someone to be, to be not diabetic anymore, I think that's a huge impact.
mm,
Like, wow, that's amazing.
it's very
And
important.
yeah, and how, yeah, I was just gonna ask you how it does it make you feel to seeing this transformation
Yeah,
and making or that impact that you're making on people's lives. Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
just
for
with
me,
that lady,
yeah,
yeah,
for
that's true.
me, it's more than a business. It's a bit of a mission, really, because once I realized what this could do for me, and I tested it on my family, and wow, the impact there was incredible. I just thought I can't not spread the word for this. So whether it was going to be my job, a business, or what, I
Mhm.
just wanted many people out there to know and to be able to have the effects of this and to be able to change their health and live longer. I mean,
Yeah,
who doesn't want that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, amazing. So like that was gonna be my next question. That okay, why coaching? But now I think I've got the answer because, like you said, you saw that with yourself first. You saw that the transformation that did it to you, and then that's what led you to want to spread the way,
Yeah.
which was the obvious way was through coaching. I don't know if I'm interpreting that correctly.
Yeah. Well, when I actually did the program myself, and it made such an impact, not only on my health and my weight, but on my self-esteem, my general happiness, I thought, I want to find out how these coaches do what they do, because this is a bit special. So I looked into it and found a coaching program, did the coaching program. But then obviously once I'd qualified, I thought, right, well, I can share this with my family.
Mhm.
But if I want to really make a go of this, I need to learn about marketing. And
Yeah.
that's when I met you.
Okay. Awesome. Amazing. So obviously you said that you work particularly with the ladies around the age of I think 40 to 40 and above. Um,
Yes.
why this particular group of, of ladies?
So I've actually worked with young women as well, and they have different issues. So one
Well,
particular young woman was addicted to the gym. So she'd eat something and then feel she'd have to go to the gym. So she was in the gym twice or three times a
mhm,
day and was
yeah,
very, very unhappy. So once we'd actually got sort of binge eating under control, and she realized that she didn't have to go to the gym, and a gym addiction came under control, and that was great. But for
mhm,
most young women in their 20s, say, they're a little bit more savvy about what they can do, and they're a bit braver about getting into a gym and doing things for themselves. I think when women get to a certain age, when they've brought up their children, perhaps they're looking at grandchildren, perhaps they've worked all their lives, they're feeling a little bit left out of the loop and a little bit like, well, is this it now? Is this it? Is this going
yeah,
to be my? So I just have to look forward to getting older and my health declining.
mhm,
And, what else can I do? I've tried every diet and I've been in the gym and it hasn't made any difference. So
yeah,
for that group of women, I thought, wow, I've found something that can make a difference. And it doesn't
yeah,
matter how old you are. And you don't have to be able to run or go to the gym.
yeah,
So I suppose it was that attracted me to that niche, because I thought if it can work for me, I can
mhm,
show them what to do and it'll work for them. And it
yeah.
did.
So amazing. And obviously, you touched the important point about when it comes to because yeah, you see that a lot of us, not just ladies, but men as well.
Mhm.
Talking from experience and what I've seen in my life, and where we try all these diet and all this exercise. And you said the way you work with people, they don't have to, do all this strenuous exercise and diet and change their yeah, because it's just really challenging to actually, and it's also hard to stick with the exercising every day. So the way you work with people is totally different. So they don't have to do all of that.
No. And in fact, I discourage them from doing high impact exercise at all
Mhm.
during the program. It's not needed. And the body needs to feel safe and to
Yeah.
feel supported to be able to release fat. And these are things that I teach people as we go along. So yeah, exercise isn't a part of it. Although people get so much energy at the end
Mhm.
that they start taking up dancing and running and going to the gym. And I'm like, yeah, go
Um,
enjoy it.
yeah, amazing. Yeah, I can imagine that for sure. Um, yeah, and obviously you did mention that seeing all this transformation and changing these people's life, it feels so rewarding to you. You feel so much fulfillment, which is also the main thing about coaching. Because obviously we get to coaching because we really want to change people's lives. We really want to help people. We really want to be, make an impact. So it's also great the way, I mean, that was the main thing that you started coaching first in the first place, but
Yeah,
also the fact that it's like you seeing so much rewards and on the impact that you're making as a coach. Yeah, and yeah, how do you feel about that? Like seeing
honestly, it makes me quite emotional when somebody will say to me, when I came to you, I was feeling really quite desperate and I didn't know what to do. And now I feel like I'm starting to put makeup on and people are starting to notice that I look good and I feel better about myself. I think raising people's self-esteem is the biggest reward in the world. And that goes for all kinds of coaching, doesn't it? It's not just health coaching.
Mhm.
So for me, that's a really strong driver for me to find people to help. So it's not about sales, it's about
Yeah,
finding people that I can help.
awesome. That's amazing. I think that's the way I feel myself about coaching. Um, cool. So obviously for you, it was also like the help, the transformation that you see with yourself, which was also like a main reason to want to help other people because you've seen the help that has happened to you or the transformation that has happened to you. So do you feel like um, if other people have overcome certain situation, difficult situation, or they've achieved certain transformation, that possibly they could use that experience to help other people through coaching? Would you would you say that other people can do the same to make this world a better place?
Yeah, I'd say definitely everybody, especially, if you've lived a while and got to a certain age like me, you've had some experiences. And if you've managed to overcome those experiences and you've gone through what you need to do to improve your life,
Mhm.
it's a lot easier to share it with someone else. And it's a
Yeah,
lot easier to make recommendations to someone else from a personal experience. So
yeah,
yes, I'd say definitely that is the foundation for being a good coach.
awesome. Um, and so at the moment, you said you do have quite a number of paying clients now, um, with your coaching. So tell us a little bit about your packages and like and how you work and how does that look like? Because obviously I know that I understand some kind of like okay, you have starting period, certain period, like, and then you finish with the next group and then work with another group.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So at the moment, Spoo, because I'm still working full time, I've got like a 5-year plan.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Oh,
so at the moment, every 3 months, I'm starting with a new cohort group. So
mhm,
we'll start on day one and I'll take them through 90 days. But
mhm.
before that finishes, then I'm asking them for testimonials, which are
Yeah.
brilliant. testimony.
I've read a lot of your awesome testimonials.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
managed to get
amazing.
some
Yeah.
video as well. I managed to get some written.
Mhm.
So they've got on my website, they've got on LinkedIn, they've got on Instagram, they've got on Facebook. And
Awesome.
I think when you actually have clients speaking from their own perspective about what it's done for them, that's really quite powerful. So I start doing that round about week 10, so that by the time they've finished, I already have their testimonial, and then I'm using that to start building my marketing ready for the next group to start.
Yeah. That's amazing. Awesome. And how are your packages at the moment with the clients that you're working with at the moment? Like if they were to come and work with you, how that looks like? Or if someone was looking to work with you, in terms of like signing up with you and yeah, because I think I understand you have two packages, the one-on-one and also the group one at the moment.
Yeah, so it's the group one that I promote primarily, because
Mhm.
obviously it's a lot easier to work with volume,
Yeah.
to guide a group. And as well as that, I've got a strong belief in the tribe mentality. So as soon as you have people that are coming in, supporting each other, learning together, moving forward together, it really is really quite powerful. So I'm really all about group coaching. However, occasionally I'll have someone come to me that will say, I don't want to wait for your next group, I need to start now.
Yeah.
And under those circumstances, I'll speak to them about their needs, find out if they're a good fit for me as well, because
Right.
we've got
Yeah.
to work together one-on-one for 3 months.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I can start coaching them on an individual basis. And that gives an even stronger relationship, really, one-to-one,
Mhm.
because we'll meet up weekly, and have a check-in, and be able to give them lots of sort of hints and tips and guidance,
Right.
not only sort of on a video like we're doing now, but
Yeah.
I put together some information for them on a daily basis that I
Yeah.
feed a Facebook group that's just for us. And
Mhm.
it's the same with my groups, obviously. So recipes and hints and tips, and just generally holding them accountable and keeping them on track.
Yeah. Awesome. And obviously said that you
Oh, sorry, I've lost
still
you.
and
Can you repeat? I lost you there.
sorry. I said obviously said that you're still working full time at the moment, even though you're running your coaching practice as well or your coaching business. Would you say that though your coaching business is consistent with clients and also in a long run you intending to just do coaching because
Oh,
obviously
yes.
sounds like it's something that you're really passionate about and like that's giving you a lot of rewards and fulfillment.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, ultimately, this now is what I know I want to do. I've worked kind of as a coach before, but as a career coach. So I
Wow.
always knew that helping people to improve their lives was where I wanted to be. I just had to find the right product and the right niche. And now I
Mhm.
found that.
Mhm.
Definitely, as soon as I feel confident that my business is at a level that I can walk away from quite a substantial day job, I'm
Yeah.
absolutely going to do that. Yeah, and I've got a 5-year plan, but really, the more time I put into marketing and everything else, the quicker it's going to grow. So for me, my plan this year is to get better time management, just
Right.
so I can focus more on my business and
Mhm.
work it around my day job, but give it a little bit more focus.
Awesome. Yeah. Obviously, you started working with us here at doingcoaching.com. You were just new at the time, as you did mention earlier on. Um, um, and so, like, how has it help you working with doingcoaching.com? Like, what?
Oh,
How?
it's helped immensely, Sabu. I really didn't know where to start when I met you. So, I had a Facebook and Instagram account. I had a LinkedIn, but it was connected to my day job. So I have very slowly and systematically worked through the modules, some of them listening to them more than once, and making lots of notes, but then actually putting it into practice. And I think the most useful thing has been understanding that I can use LinkedIn for my business.
Yeah.
And so everything that I'm doing social network wise, I am reflecting in LinkedIn as well. Another great thing I learned was how to create my own Facebook group and make it work. At the moment, with the current group I've got now 101 people in it that have come to me, that aren't my friends and aren't my family, that have come to me because I've made it a public group. And the sorts of things that I've put in there from your guidance, I've attracted them. So I know they are all either going to be near future or long-term future clients, because they're people that have come because they want the sort of thing that I'm offering. So I feel it's not just shouting into the ether now, it's a lot more focused.
Awesome, amazing. And what was the most thing that you like about working with us here at doingcoaching.com? Obviously with the program as well, Coaching Business Accelerator program.
Yeah, so I think the meetings that I had with you early on were very, very useful, because you gave me the guidance and the confidence to actually go for it. Because it's one good thing having the knowledge, isn't it? And the knowledge is all there. It's all there in all of your modules, but you have to have the confidence to actually do the things and to put it into practice. So I think, your program sort of gives both. It gives the knowledge, but also the encouragement to go for it. And also, I think, a strong part for me was the money mindset, knowing that it's okay to charge for this service that I'm providing that is incredibly life-changing and valuable, and that it's okay for me to be paid not just from a 9-to-5 existence, but from sharing the knowledge that I have and from coaching. So that's been really, really, really helpful, because it's nice to be in a financial position where I'm looking at it building now, and I'm looking at it my day job now. And that was a bit of a pipe dream in the beginning, whereas now I can see it as being more of a long-term reality.
Yes, amazing. It's great to hear that. Yeah, absolutely. Because sometimes, like when you think about the transformation, for example, that lady that we were talking about earlier on, the fact that you help her to overcome her diabetes and it's completely gone, that there's no price tag for that. And there's no price she can put that she would have put to that to say, okay, this much. So yeah, I mean, when you talk about the overall transformation, how you help someone, when you ask them a little bit of compensation so that you can spend time with working with them, is totally okay, because there's no price tag to helping someone completely transform their life or make that impact and really help them with their life. So that's something I always say as well. When I talk to clients and other people. So it's great to hear that. Yeah, and obviously when you're referring to modules, just for people who are listening to this interview, when you talk about modules, we talk about the modules within our program here at doingcoaching.com, the coaching business accelerator program. When she's referring to modules, so are part of the sections of different sections in the program. And so would you recommend anyone who's sitting on the fence to working with us here at doingcoaching.com, especially if they're looking to get into coaching or they're starting out their coaching business?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, because we have your great coaching, but as well as that, it's so comprehensive. There's anything that you could possibly need to know about being a coach from the get-go is in this program. You have to put the time in. It's not going to magically do it itself.
No,
You have to put the time in, and you have to apply the advice and the knowledge. But yeah, I absolutely would.
Awesome, thank you. And And what advice would you give to someone who's been in a program but they haven't really seen much progress? What would you advise them? And and what would you say to them? They have been in the program, but they feel like they haven't seen any much progress.
Yeah, I would say, number one, the more time you put in, the more you're going to get out. And I think it's, knowledge is power. So
Mm,
do the learning, but it's like saying, because I've got a book I can read, but if you don't actually read the book from cover to cover, it's just going to sit on the shelf. You have
yeah,
to actually get into it, do the learning, but then apply it as well. And yeah, and as well as that, it's not going to happen overnight.
yeah, awesome. Thanks for the advice. And and what's the future hold for you? Obviously, you did mention that you're looking to really stick now to at some point now to focus in full time and doing coaching in full time. Even though your business is really building up so like steadily now with consistency in a client. I know some people will probably quit their job at this point, but obviously you have your own plans. So tell us about your plans of the future with your coaching.
So my plan for the future would be not just to do one group for, every 3 months, but to start layering one group onto another. So yeah, one started and then start another one immediately after. So I'd be running more groups. And also once I do that, I can move away from my day job and I can look at doing more one-to-one coaching. So I would say really, the first year was about me learning about my industry. The second year was about me learning everything to do with marketing and actually delivering the courses. So I feel now I'm just at a point where I can start to build and take on more groups. So it's going to give me capacity to help more people and ultimately into retirement, because if you can do this with a laptop, you can do it at any age and anywhere, can you not? So that is my plan.
Awesome, yeah. Um, yeah, and the other question is like obviously this is something that you, as you said, is really about helping people, uh, and you feel like you're getting a lot of fulfillment and satisfaction out of it. Um, do you think people, if they're looking to do something that will, you know, um, leave them satisfied and also fulfilled and also gets a lot of reward after the coaching is probably one of the things that they could consider doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we go through life giving advice where we can to friends and family. But
Mm,
if you really learn something yourself that is going to impact someone to the point that it improves their life, what better way to spend your career? I think it's, there isn't a more rewarding thing to do, unless you're a nurse or a surgeon or something like that, obviously.
yeah,
But if you have something to share and you just want to connect with lots of people and have lots of fun and make lots of money, I think
yeah,
coaching is a great way to go.
awesome. Right. And where can people find you? Like obviously you did say that you are working with coaching, particularly with ladies. Let's say some of them were listening to the beginning of the interview up to now, and then they feel like some of the what you've shared with us today, maybe they might have the challenges that feel like a coaching can actually help them. Where can they find you?
So the first thing to say is I have coached fellows as well, I have coached men as well and had resounding results with them. One no longer has blood pressure medication and has lost
Wow.
like 2.5 stone. And the others are just super happy with what's happened with them as well. They didn't have massive health conditions, but they had weight to lose. And so, yeah, they've loved it. And I think men are very methodical and they get it. They understand how it works and it works quite quickly for them. And faster than the ladies. But anyway, for anybody that wants to talk to me or look at what I do, I have a website. It's called superhumanholistic.com. I also have a Facebook group, and that's called Secrets of the Human Diet. Or they can just find me, Paula Billington, on Facebook or Instagram.
Wow, awesome.
And LinkedIn as well. We love LinkedIn.
Awesome. Obviously, you know how to spell Paula, which is Paula, and then how to spell your surname.
Yeah, Billington is Billington, Billington. Yeah, or they can just speak to you, Sabu, and ask where to find me.
For sure thing. Well, I'll put the link to your website underneath this recording, so it's just gonna be easy for them to find you. And also, I'll try to put the Facebook link and the LinkedIn link as well, so they can just connect with you.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No worries. Well, thanks so much for doing this interview with me today, and really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. And I look forward to seeing your progress and really taking this further, taking coaching further, and making the impact that you're making to people's life. Because really, it's probably one of the very transformational coaching that I've had. Your coaching is probably one of the most transformational coaching that I've had in quite a while. So I'm really happy for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you making even further impact with your coaching once you when you start to focus on this, not having to also do the other work, because like I think you're gonna help a lot of people. And as I've said, like even though you still focus on a job, but the fact that transformation that you're making to people's life is already huge. That is huge. I can't wait to see how is it gonna work once you all in and no longer doing anything else. And thanks a lot for taking your time.
Thank you, and thank you for this wonderful course and for all your help. It's helping me get the word out, and that's what I need.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah.